Hey everybody, this is Heather here to help you set up a development environment on a MacBook for building Thunderbird. So let's dive right in. I'm going to start by installing Homebrew. So Homebrew is the package manager that's commonly used for Mac. It's a really useful package manager for all kinds of applications. We're going to use it for a few specific packages, but you might want to use it for all sorts of setup to make your Mac comfortable and install your favorite apps and such. So all this command is doing is going to grab an install script and run it. And it shows that it's installing Homebrew in this opt, like /opt/homebrew directory, and that's where all of the Homebrew packages are going to end up living, is in /opt/homebrew. So that's kind of handy knowledge going forward. And they even say here they point to their documentation, which it's very well written and has all the commands, but the way we interact with this package manager is the command brew. So to install some things, it's brew install. In this case, I'm doing brew install Python, pipx, and mercurial. So mercurial is a version control system. Many people have heard of Git, and it's similar to that. It's just a little bit older, and it's been around for a while. All of the Firefox and Thunderbird source code is stored in mercurial, although I think Firefox has recently moved to Git. Thunderbird is still in mercurial for now, but we will be moving to Git at some point in the future. Pip is the package manager for Python, so I'm going to use pip here and say pipx install MozPhab. Note that M and P are capital, and it is case sensitive, so you have to do that. MozPhab is the tool that we use for interacting with Fabricator, which is our patch review system. And just a quick side note, even once we've moved to Git, we will still be using Fabricator. Okay, so now I created a build directory, and then I cloned the Mozilla Central code. That's the Firefox code base. And using Mercurial, it's hg-clone Mozilla Central. Here's the command. It took me about 13 minutes to do this, so I just sped up this portion of the video. And then, if you go inside of that source directory, you'll see that there's lots of stuff. Okay, cool. Now, inside that source directory, I want to clone the Thunderbird stuff. So I'm going to use a similar hg-clone command, but I'm going to clone comm central, which is the Thunderbird code. So just a quick recap, inside the Firefox codebase, which is Mozilla Central, we're going to clone the Thunderbird codebase, which is comm central. Then I run mach bootstrap to set up the tools. So mach is a script set that has been created and maintained by Mozilla. You can go through all of the defaults. Note that I chose number 2, building Firefox for desktop. We're going to be building Thunderbird for desktop, but that's just the direction you have to go. This script will help set up all sorts of extensions and little, command sets that Mozilla expects. And you can find more. If you follow like the Mozilla wiki, you'll find information about running commands, and it will have expected you to have done this and run mach bootstrap. It also creates an zshrc, and here it is what it looks like. The zshrc just kind of tells Mercurial how to do things. What kind of environment do you expect? So here I just used Vim to open that up, and let's take a quick look at what that looks like. And this was created completely by that mach bootstrap command. So that's cool. It's got all that stuff in there. Nice. I don't need to touch it. a quick side note, we need a zshrc because we're using ZSH, and here I'm just showing my zshrc. The most notable thing was the path there. You need to make sure the path points to that .local bin. Okay, so now in the source directory, we have to create this mozconfig file. So this first line, enable project comm mail, you need this line in order for it to build Thunderbird. If you don't have that line, then it's going to build Firefox. There are a couple of other kind of handy dandy options that will speed up builds and future builds. So in general, if you do a build and then just change a small thing that doesn't affect a lot of portions of the code, then when you rebuild, it goes much quicker. There is this term called clobber. If your build is just too out of date and it won't be able to do a quick build on top of it, then it will need to be clobbered. And just having that auto clobber there makes it a little bit nicer for you. You want to make sure that you can find rustc and cargo with the commands which rustc and which cargo. And then you launch the build with mach build. And so this took about 20-ish minutes, so I kind of sped it up. But this is what the build looks like. So what we're building right now is the very latest from Comm Central inside of the latest Mozilla Central. So this is daily. This is the Thunderbird daily code. Any sort of patches that were landed recently, today or last night, is going to be available in this build. And then when it's done, it says mach run. And so if we hit that, then look, it shows us the Thunderbird we just built. How cool is that? So thank you very much. Now you can build Thunderbird.